Kids causing chaos. That's a story we've been telling a lot recently. Now some businesses in one town are cracking down after fighting teens took over a fast food restaurant. The McDonald's on Mayfield Road in South Euclid is shutting down its dining room from 2:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon. News 5 anchor Tessa DeTiro shares newly released video from police and finds out what's being done to keep those teens out of trouble.
Welcome back, YouTube. This is Not Too Casual, and I am your host, Jamin Cesaru. I know you saw the title, I know you saw the thumbnail, and you're asking yourself, because I was, what in the hell did these kids do to get themselves banned from McDonald's? That's right, McDonald's, one of the most successful companies in the country, if not the world. Super successful in food, and more particular in fast food. Now I can see kids going to McDonald's after school, kicking it, having a bite to eat before they head home. Nothing wrong with that. But these kids have become so unruly that they got themselves banned. And you have to be 20 and up in order to enter the establishment or be accompanied by an adult. Now, this is not in all locations. It's only in one Brooklyn location up there in New York where they be wilding out. But I could see it happening in more locations because I got some clips from other restaurants around the country that add to maybe why McDonald's needs to put this act in more locations than one. Before we get more into it, make sure you like, share, leave your 2 cents in the comment section, and hopefully I can earn your subscription with this video. Now let's get into more clips because, whew.
Many teens like to hang out after school, but now one McDonald's in Brooklyn is barring anyone under the age of 20 from entering their restaurant without an accompanying adult.
A sign went up on the door announcing the policy change last week, and as Fox Eye's Arthur Sheehan explains, it comes after several incidents at that location.
Most retailers look for ways to increase foot traffic, but the McDonald's at 2154 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn is doing the opposite. As the sign on the door shows, anyone under 20 needs an ID or a parent to get in.
This is sad.
While some dislike the new door policy being enforced by a trio of security guards and backed up by NYPD officers outside, the reasoning is plain. McDonald's locations are all too often the scene of violent crimes, and both the victims and perpetrators can often be young.
So there's no reason why McDonald's needs to have security backed up by police officers. Where are we failing these kids? Because it's a common thing, not just in McDonald's, but in schools, in the streets, in malls, wherever the case may be. Our youth is acting out. I don't know whether or not they're exposed to so much violence, the clear lack of fathers in the household. Men, we got to stand up. Whatever the case may be, we need to pinpoint what's going on and how we can help these kids because society is getting out of control. Let's continue.
Those who patronize this location themselves have seen issues. What have you seen happening?
They jump the security guard, the Grubhub guy, fights, jumps.
They be like blocking the doorway, blocking the ATM machine.
Some point out the children need a place to congregate and after-school options. And locals tell Fox 5 a new recreation center should be opening soon. But NYPD stats show without it, there have already been nearly 30 911 calls to this location in this young year.
So they are jumping the security guards because I was wondering, why do they need cops? Now, we all know that security guards are a little bit limited in what they can do and cannot do when it comes to physical restraints and things of that nature. Security guards are security guards and security guards are security guards and police officers are police officers. There's a huge distinction there. But why are they so out of control to where we have to have NYPD come in and be taken off of the streets and out of the subways where they're probably needed way more just to guard a McDonald's from 16-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 19-year-olds? What are they in there doing? What are they doing? Because that is a waste of valuable resources that could be used in other aspects of the city. Now, they also talked about there was going to be a community center opening up, but if these kids are so out of control, what's going to stop them from being out of control in the community center? Nothing. You're still going to need police officers and security there. Of course, you're going to have the personnel, which will be equivalent to the employees of McDonald's. But if these kids are going to act out in McDonald's, what do you think is going to stop them from acting out in the community center? Let's keep going.
Is set to exceed the past 3 years, during which more than 100 911 calls were made for this location every year. And with that, the new door policy has its fans.
I would suggest they keep up with the IDing people. Honestly, I feel like that's the best thing. It's just like what you have to do. Do what you have to do.
She likes it.
honestly.
While this McDonald's is making waves because it's the first one we know of in the city that's doing this, some people out here say they would support other retailers if they decide to do the same.
Always support it because they're a bother. They don't know how to behave.
A feeling that may make the door policy at this McDonald's food.
Yo, grandma said they are bother. They don't know how to behave. She has had enough. She is fed up to here with the behavior, because there should be no reason why adults and senior citizens such as her should not be able to go into a restaurant, any restaurant, and be able to have a meal, relax, sit down in some AC, and enjoy a nice meal, a beverage, an ice cream cone, some type of dessert, and just kick it with whether or not you're by yourself, you're with friends and family, you're on a date. Hey, maybe somebody's taking their dates to McDonald's. I could take mine, but depends on who you are. But the kids are making a unsafe environment for everyone. Everyone. Of course themselves, because they put themselves in danger, but then they also put everyone around them in danger. The employees and the other customers that just want to go inside and have a bite to eat. Now, I have another clip. Now, this next one is really out of control. This one was in Los Angeles, okay, where a group of teens looted a McDonald's and stole the cash register. I didn't stutter. Let's check it out.
This cell video posted on social media shows a wild robbery at the McDonald's restaurant on Crenshaw at 43rd Street in Leimert Park Monday evening. You can hear screaming and yelling as the raucous group literally rips out the cash register from its foundation and carries it away.
Come on, man. I sound in my Boosie voice. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why he walking out with the cash register? Come on, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say, but this is not a good look. This is not a good look. Where is he learning this from? Who talked him up enough to where he thought he can go behind the counter and pull out the register and just walk outside? Why are the kids starting riots? What's going on? I don't get it. We got to have a deeper conversation, because this is going on all over the country and something's out of control. Let's keep going, because we ain't done yet.
On Tuesday, everything looked back to normal in the McDonald's restaurant. Most customers we spoke to knew nothing about the robbery that took place less than 24 hours before. But the LAPD told Fox 11 they had arrested one 19-year-old and were looking for other suspects who they identified.
I seen a video of that on Instagram. It's crazy because I think I left like right around that same time.
Up and down Crenshaw, not far from Monday's Juneteenth festival, businesses sang the praises of the Juneteenth festival as a celebration of culture and good for business.
Why are you doing this during Juneteenth, black folk? They already getting tired of us. We already getting tired of ourselves. We're going to talk about black fatigue later, though.
For business. It's not clear how much the robbers got away with, but the scene of the cash register dragged out to the street, where multiple people took whatever cash they could grab, was haunting.
He stole the cash register! He stole the cash!
There was some wild stuff going on yesterday. I feel like it was hot, it got a little hot for a second, and there was a lot of people crowded together, and that probably created, some type of animosity, or I don't know. That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna cut it off right there. We've seen enough of that one, but absolute pandemonium in McDonald's. These kids are like 12, 16 years old. They said one was 19. He had to be probably the ringleader, the Rufio. But look at this. Why are people on top of the roof of McDonald's? What happened? Why are our kids so lost is the question. We got to do better. We definitely have to do better. We got to do better at raising these kids. We got to be better examples for these kids, whether or not it's how we speak, it's how we look, how we groom ourselves, the actions we do, the actions we take, how we treat people, how we treat our parents, how we treat our kids, what we watch on TV, what type of music we listen to. Because I got to be honest, I can't even listen to rap music no more. It's destructive, absolutely destructive. You can't even name an artist these days that talks anything positive. Everything is about weapons. I gotta parse my words for YouTube. It's about weapons. It's about taking somebody's girl. It's about intercourse. It's about narcotic use. It's about all type of depravity. And I just couldn't take it. I just can't listen to it anymore. I more so listen to instrumentals from just kind of unknown producers. I listen to a lot of lo-fi because I got to keep my vibe very cool, collected, and positive. Because these kids probably just got done listening to the youngest, the newest YN on the block, some type of drill music, destroying, killing our community. And these people just keep making the same music. And it's been getting worse and worse and more destructive decade after decade. Because you got to think, back in the 80s, with the hip, the hop, the hibbity, 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 they weren't talking about all this destruction. They weren't. Now, in the 90s, when gangster rap was invented, everybody wanted to listen because it was something that, oh, this is what we feel. This is how it really is in the hood. And I get that. It gave them a window, a glimpse into what was going on in the hood behind the drugs and the police brutality. But it got glorified. And that's where we went wrong. It got glorified. And now, after the men started completely disrespecting women and creating the woman image to be very sexualized in these videos, things like, songs from Luke and the tip drill from Nelly, things of that nature. And now we got the women doing it to themselves. We got Cardi, Meg, Nicki. They do it to themselves. Sexy Red. Now, I'm not saying it's just the music because I did give a whole litany of examples, but I definitely know for a fact it's music. I could have showed you so many other examples and videos, but, I just can't run this particular video too long. But it was like, which one do I want to pick? Which ones do I want to put in the video? That's how many there were. And another thing, you notice the description of all the kids in the video. Now, I'm black, so I can say this. But right now, I got to say this right now. Black people, we got to do better with our kids. We have the highest rate of crime, and we are 13% of the population. Whether or not it's life deletions, it's violent crimes, it's scamming, burglary, it's whatever the case may be. Where did we go wrong? And how can we fix it? I don't want to only put it on us, but when I looked in these videos, it was all us. I'm not going to say that other races don't do such atrocities. Other races' children are always the best behaved, but we got to do better. With that being said, what do you think about McDonald's banning teenagers from the establishment, whether it's all together or for a certain time period, which is, of course, right around when school's out until the time that they should be back at home? What do you think about that? Me, if it was my business, I think it's a good idea. They are literally destroying businesses and property, and they are creating a terrible environment and experience for other well-behaved customers. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Give this a like and share it to somebody who may be interested, and hopefully I can earn your subscription with this video. Until next time, my name is Jamin Ceziru, and this is Not Too Casual.